Holy.
Witnessing a total solar eclipse was a truly unforgettable experience. So here's the story so you can experience it with me. My destination for the eclipse was the Texas Hill Country, specifically Georgetown, Texas. I arrived there, then acquired a bike that said Mongoose on it, so I named the bike Monty, obviously, and set off down a hiking trail. I was en route to my eclipse viewing spot, somewhere that I'd scouted out prior to April 8th, and somewhere that seemed pretty promising. I also met some geese that yelled at me. It was humid out, about 85 degrees, and I was sweating profusely. But that didn't stop me, because I had an eclipse to see. Plus, the trail was pretty beautiful too, so that was nice.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting this ride to be as pretty as it is, but I am really enjoying it. And there's so many little touches that make it so pretty, and it's super green here, which is pretty awesome. Found a nice bench to take a break on, because it is very hot and very humid today, and Monty here, he's fantastic. He is the MVP of the day. We got him at a very good bargain and he's fantastic. But his brakes are not great, so it's a little bit of a hair-raising ride, but it's fine. So far, so good, you know? Yeah, I'm not much of a bike rider. Honestly, I never really do it. And today I have learned probably the most important rule of thumb when riding bikes, and that is keep your mouth closed because there's a lot of bugs.
Homeowners Association? I biked for a bit and later came to the base of what would be our viewing spot, the Georgetown Dam. It was in sight, so all that was left now was to get to the top. But of course, I stopped to admire the wildflowers along the way.
We've made it. It is 12:15, right around the time that the eclipse should be beginning, and I'm pretty happy with this view. I think it's very nice. The sun is somewhere over there. It's cloudy, but you know what? We're still hoping for the best, and I think either way, watching the light change and hearing the animals and feeling the temperature cool is going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to hang out here and see what happens in about an hour when the totality is supposed to start. So I'm excited.
I waited and waited, sitting on the dam and enjoying the view. Over time, the sun started to poke out more and more, and eventually, I got to use my pinhole projector to track the eclipse progress. Soon, the sun was coming out more and more, and it was looking like we were going to get a great view of the eclipse after all.
We're about 40 minutes away from totality, and I think I'm feeling the temperature start to drop already, which is pretty crazy. It's starting to feel a little bit cooler. The wind's a little bit chillier, and not chilly because it was 85 degrees, but still, it feels pretty nice. The sun is really trying to come out. It keeps poking out through the clouds and creating shadows for just a second, and then it goes back behind. But I'm thinking there very well might be hope for us, so looking forward to it. I keep looking up. I gotta stop doing that. That's not a good thing to be doing.
Slowly but surely, the air and the light around us continued to change, and our pinhole projector was showing some serious progress. A little over 10 minutes later, things really started to begin to change. The lighting made it look as if there was a mist or a fog that was hanging over the landscape, and many animals began to make some sounds.
There's also some little frogs down there that are making their little frog noises. There are birds singing all over, and the lighting right now is just really strange. It feels almost misty or foggy, definitely darker, but not darker as in like when the sun sets. It's just darker, like somebody took the overall brightness and turned it down, because the shadows are still all in the same place. You know, you don't get those long shadows like you do at sunset, and the sun's still high in the sky, so the colors don't change like they do at sunset, but it's still darker. So it's this very eerie feeling. And the fogginess is really interesting. It's not something that I remember from the last eclipse that I saw. This is so incredibly strange, and I can see why people before they knew what was happening got so freaked out by this, because it just feels wrong. A minute ago I just got this very strange feeling where I looked up and I was just like, this is weird as shit. Oh my god, this is so crazy. This is incredible. The shadow bands.
What's happening right here is a rare and fascinating phenomena that I actually made a whole video on. This is something called shadow bands, where these streaks of light and dark lines flicker over the ground just before and after a total eclipse. You can kind of see it on the video here. I really did my best to showcase what was happening, but because they're made of light and because they're so fleeting, they're notoriously difficult to film. And also I was very excited, so I wasn't thinking my best in terms of how to capture the moment. But if you look really closely, you should be able to see them. They almost look like a distortion of the camera or the film, but this is really what it looked like in person. And in fact, in person, it was even more distinct. So I was not expecting to see these because they are so rare, but it was an absolutely incredible thing. If you watch my time-lapse video that I did on the eclipse, you can actually see the shadow bands on a much larger scale. The way that they appear in the time-lapse is maybe a little bit easier to see than the smaller ones that I saw standing on the dam. So be sure to check that out if you're interested, because I thought it was pretty awesome. As the total coverage came across, people started cheering and clapping, and it was just a really incredible thing to witness with even a group of strangers. We were all just in absolute awe and wonder of the incredible thing that we were laying our eyes on.
This is incredible.
Put your glasses on.
Oh my god. Just like that, the sun's coming back. The shadow bands are coming back too. I saw the shadow bands. I can't believe it. When I made a video on it, I just thought it was a cool thing, but I definitely didn't expect to see it. But I can't believe it. I saw them twice. They were right before totality and right after. That is just incredible. They're still happening. I don't know if you can see them. That felt like a dream. So incredibly surreal. I can't believe that the shadow bands came out, and seeing the sun was just absolutely incredible and so beautiful. Or I guess not seeing the sun was absolutely incredible and so beautiful. And the entire experience, like as soon as it started getting really dark, just felt like a dream. I mean, it was so surreal and so beautiful and so incredible, and it's hard to describe it in words. I would have to describe it more with a feeling of just pure awe and wonder, and it was incredible. I think maybe my favorite part of this so far, though, is all the people coming by and saying, "Did you see it? What did you think?" Because I think to witness such a spectacular thing is amazing, but to witness it with other people that's really where the meaning and the memories come out of. What an awesome thing to be a part of and to get to witness. Wow. Just wow.
And just like that, we are at the end. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you liked this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, and feel free to check out some of my other videos. My name is Dina, and I make videos all about nature and science. I love learning about our world, and my goal is to build a community where we can all learn together. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.